Hello, this is Annie from God in Scripture, and before I begin this video about St. Joseph and his chastity, I would just like to ask you, if you haven't already, to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button to be notified of any new videos as they come out. And today I just wanted to remind you that it is the 1st of March, so we're in the month of St. Joseph, in the year of St. Joseph, and it is traditional to do the Holy Cloak of St. Joseph for the month of March, the 30-day cloak. So if you're not already doing the 33 consecration in this book that we talked about in one of my previous videos, then you can do the Holy Cloak instead. And there are a couple of YouTubes reciting the Holy Cloak, and also you can read it online as well. I just wanted to read a couple of things about St. Joseph, about what such a marvellous saint that he is. And before I do that, I would just like to say as well that I did the Holy Cloak myself. It was a few years ago, and I found it just to be so tremendously valuable. And at the end of it, I found a long lost medal that I had of St. Joseph, and I felt that was St. Joseph saying, I'm with you, and I've been with you all through this cloak. I felt his presence so much. And in this year we will get so many graces from doing the cloak. And we really need St. Joseph in these times, the difficult times that we're going through in the church. He is the patron saint of the Universal Church. He is the patron saint of families and many other things, as well, as you'll discover in the litany if you've never done it before. Also, St. Joseph is known as the chaste, Joseph most chaste in the litany. And there have often been arguments in the church about whether Joseph was a virgin when he married Mary, because there were rumours that he was married before and had children. And that's something that always worried me, because I thought there's no way that God would choose someone who's not a virgin to guard Mary, the Immaculate Conception, to guard the Son of God. And it always disturbed me. But in this book, it says very clearly, really, that the church has never had this view that Joseph was married before. He's always been known in the church as a virgin. And I was delighted to read all this in this book. So St. Jerome, who was one of the great theologians and writers of the church who translated the Bible, he said, "Since there is nothing on record that he, St. Joseph, ever had any other spouse than the Virgin Mary, it is also certain that he remained a virgin all his life." And Father Donald Calloway, who wrote the book, he says, "St. Joseph is pure of heart. To be chaste is to be pure of heart. If a person's heart is not pure, they are incapable of seeing God. St. Joseph's heart is exceptionally pure. St. Joseph gazed on the countenance of God in the person of his Son for decades, 3 decades. Poets have often stated that the eyes are the window to the soul. If this is true, St. Joseph must have had the most chaste and most pure eyes of any husband who ever lived. His eyes and heart were pure intentioned, chaste and afire with love for Jesus and Mary." Here are some quotes from some of the saints about the virginity of St. Joseph. St. Jerome again says, "Joseph also was virginal through Mary, in order that from a virginal marriage a virginal son might be born." St. Bernardine of Siena says, "I believe that this man, St. Joseph, was adorned with the most pure virginity, the most profound humility, the most ardent love and charity towards God." St. Francis de Sales, "In order to augment and support Mary's virginity, the Eternal Father gave her a virginal companion, the great St. Joseph." And St. John Henry Newman, "He, St. Joseph, was a virgin, and his virginity was the faithful mirror of the virginity of Mary." Also, you might have heard of St. Mary of Agreda, who was a 17th century mystic who wrote The Mystical City of God, and that portrayed the wonders of the Virgin Mary and her life. And it's a very well-known book. And in there is a conversation with St. Joseph and Mary, and it is about when St. Joseph gave his virginity to God. So I'm just going to read you that because this is a really important point. My mistress, in making known to me thy chaste and welcome sentiments, thou hast penetrated and dilated my heart. I have not opened my thoughts to thee before knowing thy own. I also acknowledge myself under greater obligation to the Lord of creation than other men, for very early he has called me by his true enlightenment to love him with an upright heart. And I desire there to know, lady, that at the age of 12 years I also made a promise to serve the Most High in perpetual chastity. On this account I now gladly ratify this vow, in order not to impede thy own. In the presence of His Majesty I promise to aid thee, as far as in me lies, in serving him and loving him according to thy full desires. I will be, with the divine grace, thy most faithful servant and companion, and I pray thee accept my chaste love and hold me as thy brother, without ever entertaining any other kind of love outside the one which thou owest to God and after God to me. Saint Joseph is the virginal spouse of Mary and the virginal father of Jesus. He is a perpetual virgin. Saint Joseph is your virginal father. So we have recourse to Saint Joseph in all things. He's a wonderful saint, and as he's the patron saint of our family, we've always been very devoted to Joseph. And in fact, one of our sons is called Joseph, and he got his name from Saint Joseph, quite definitely. He was born at home, and just after he was born, I thought to myself, oh, he looks like a Joseph. I think to myself, we should call him Joseph. And then I said to my husband, not having told him those thoughts, I said, oh, what do you think he should be called? And my husband looked at him and said, I think we should call him Joseph. That was really extraordinary. But then my eldest son, who was 4 at the time, came into the bedroom. He'd been woken up by the noise of the birth and everything because he was born at home. And he wandered into the bedroom, and we said, oh, here's your new baby brother. And then we said to him, what do you think we should call him? And he said, he looked at him, I think you should call him Joseph. Now, if that wasn't Saint Joseph giving him his name, I don't know what is. So that was probably a favour for our devotion to Saint Joseph. But he gives you so many favours when you're devoted to him. So I hope you've enjoyed those little insights. You can always research that a bit further. And do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. Hit the bell button to be notified of any new videos as they come out, and do share this and remind people that the Holy Cloak starts today. Doesn't matter if you don't start it today and you start it tomorrow or the next day. You can catch up on the last day by the times you have missed. So if you started it tomorrow, you would say it twice on the last day, or you can just start whenever you like and finish whenever you like. But it is traditional to start today and finish on the 30th. So I do hope some of you will take that up and do the Holy Cloak. It will bring you so many favours and graces. Okay, thank you for listening, and God bless you.